Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Calvin the Irishman, and in this episode, we wake up in the dungeon and we are chained to the floor. Not nice way to treat the hero of Hyrule, but you know, gotta go with the storyline. So run around, try to break the chain the best you can. You're gonna notice that you really can't. It will cut to this cutscene after a little bit, and we meet our brand new ally. We saw her for like 2 seconds in the last video. Her name is Minda. She's very devious, if you couldn't tell by the smile. Not really sure about her to begin with, and I haven't really gotten too far in the game. She never really fully explains what she wants from you, but she tells you what to go get, which in my history lesson in games, it's never good when they tell you to go get something, but they don't tell you what they want it for. So, that's just my thought on it. She's going to help us break out of the chains, and she's going to basically leave us to figure out how to get out of the cell. Not that it's too hard. Yeah, she alludes to where we are. We'll find out shortly. After a few minutes, we'll start seeing more identifying features of the place. Right now, we're not used to seeing this place from... Well, actually, in a few games of Zelda or Link, we have seen this area, but yeah, you have to break this box in the corner. For some reason, I hit it dead on, but I couldn't. It wouldn't break for me, so you see I'm just struggling, and I'm trying to dig under it, and finally I get it to break after I dash into it for like the 6th time. But anyway, now that we're out, we're going to get another cutscene. Minda's going to ride us like a pony. I guess Link isn't fond of that idea, but Minda gets him to calm down. And she tells him that she's going to lead him out of here. Yeah, so... like I said about Minda before, she's kind of devious. Doesn't really tell you what she wants or what she plans to do. And I've always found that to be a bad thing, but we'll go with it. Link has done worse before, I'd assume. And like I showed you there, you're going to go into the other cell. Minda's going to help you latch on to the lever, and you're going to head downstairs. So she's going to introduce you to a new feature in Twilight Princess. Just because you're playing as a wolf, you have heightened senses, and in this case, that little green ball turns out to be a soldier. Minda tells you what it is. It's a soldier spirit. So you're kind of getting the idea that we might be in Hyrule, because it's really the only place... oops, don't head back up. That has soldiers and all that fun stuff, and dungeons, and we're clearly in the dungeon of Hyrule. Not a place that we've ever really visited in one of these series games before, I don't think. Didn't happen in Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask definitely didn't happen. We weren't even in... There wasn't even a castle in Majora's Mask. Oddly, Ganon wasn't a bad guy in that game. But we were following the timeline after Ocarina of Time. and we went to a parallel universe, which kind of screws up the timeline because people try to figure out which games come from that timeline, blah 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 blah. But anyway, look around. Like, I like to collect rupees as much as I can, so there's a bunch of levers everywhere. This one opens up the water so you can cross the spikes that you saw just over there. And yeah, Minda's not helping me out there. She keeps targeting that lever. It doesn't work after you open it up the first time. I ignore the spirits for the most part, but I just I get distracted every now and again. If you're in the water, there's a disadvantage. The black things can attack you, but you cannot attack them. And Minda's a little asshole and goes off behind the fence. We can't get to her from here. There's nothing available for us to grab onto. I kind of spaz out because I forgot where I was supposed to go to lower the water and stuff. So you'll see me kind of get lost, so to speak. Nope, don't want to go that way. Well, now that I'm commentating this, I know you want to go to the right instead of straight ahead from where I was. I kill these monsters real quick. Doesn't really help me. For a second there, I thought I was going well, but nada. So I decide I'm going to toss skull and see what I can get. I take off in the wrong direction again. Like I said, I'm just completely lost. I can't believe I forgot this part. And now I'm trying to sense where I am, all that fun stuff. Finally figure it out that I need to go back here to lower the water level, which, wrong one. Luckily, I managed to attack and wasting my time digging. As you can see, I'm not very good at it, and I've missed like 3 times, and only for a rupee, which I'm glad I wasted my time on. I'm getting frustrated with myself here. Jeez. And the real lever that you want to hit, the first one lets out enemies. So if you're watching this, the first one is not the one you want to get. But anyway, take off back towards Minda. Don't get stuck on the lever for Z targeting. Now, I missed this when I came back the first time. I was completely blind to it. Minda gives you a hint that you should look down. I completely missed it. I didn't know what I was looking for, and I was getting frustrated as it was. You'll never know just how frustrating things can get when you're recording and you want to do things in a time limit. I keep looking for an area to dig, and then I see the hole that I finally want to go in, and I finally get it. You probably noticed it like 3 times when I was over there talking to Minda that there was a hole in the wall that you could come up. But just a bad day on my part. So head off. You can just avoid the monsters in here. It's really not worth it. Minda makes you fall down. She doesn't help you out. So try the dash. I think sometimes you can get lucky. No, it breaks. And then she basically thinks you're stupid for doing that, and just run away because he's in the water and there's no way for you to attack. Minna gives you the new ability. She'll help you jump across these areas. And basically it's, yeah, you don't need to go across that rope. I always get the wrong one. Be careful when you're attacking that guy. If for some reason he goes out towards the edge, you kind of just want to wait or retreat a little bit until you can get back. Make sure you don't fall off because it's a long way up and you have to do it all over again. And clearly, yeah, you're going to have to kill these things because they'll knock you off of where you need to go. Get my heart counter back up. And get a few other things. Get distracted. I always forget that I can't go in the door. So yeah, she keeps alluding to it like, do you know where you are now? Blah, blah, blah. We're clearly in Hyrule Castle. The soldiers, the castle, the dungeon. There's the Triforce symbols all over the place. You can't really get around it. You're in Hyrule. I mean, Hyrule Castle. Now, those stupid bird things are going to be the death of you. Gotta watch out. She's trying to get you to that tower. And she's clearly Twilight, a Twilight character, because she likes the Twilight. She doesn't understand why people like the light. She has no problem with it being Twilight on Hyrule. In fact, she asks why it's such an issue a couple times later. So you're gonna push the box. It's a pain in the butt because the same button to push the box is the same one to climb on top. So you'll get stuck in animations. The button will switch back and forth on you, like I do a couple times. I try to get on, and you can see how quick it's flashing back and forth between get on and push. And those stupid birds. You'll be able to tell by the music. I'm not going to play it during this video because there's possible copyright issues with it. So I'm going to stay on the safe side, and I'm going to avoid playing the music because I don't know who it belongs to, because a lot of Nintendo and other game, yeah, he gets stuck behind the wall there, so can't fight him. As I was saying, a lot of video game companies have special rights to play music in their games, and it doesn't really extend over to people like me who are making videos on YouTube. So to avoid having my video erased and all my hard work, not mean anything because they'll make me take it down or something like to that effect, I decided to keep the noise down, the background noises down to a minimum, because like I said, it'd be such a heartbreak to do 20 minutes of commentary and like 2 hours of waiting for the video to upload where I'm typing in the description and tags and titles just for nothing. So no background noise, sorry guys. And we meet a new character. Minda is already well aware of who she is, and the character is already well aware of who Minda is. And I'm not sure how they knew that or how Minna knew that this is who they were looking for. Other than she must have seen the scene with the Triforce and all that fun stuff. And you can see that she's poking at this person, calls her the Twilight Princess. So clearly, we all know that this must be someone of importance in Hyrule, and probably the Princess Zelda of Hyrule. And we're going to cut to this cutscene where we kind of see the power of the shadow or Twilight monsters that we're going to be fighting. As we can see, the soldiers knew there was going to be a fight coming. They're all up in a formation with all ready, and the shadows come right through the hallway. I can't believe Zelda's actually surprised. They're quick moving, a lot faster than the soldiers of Hyrule. Ow, that had to hurt. And they take down the soldiers relatively quick. I mean, there's no Twilight characters down, or monsters down, or soldiers, whatever you want to call them. And they just walk right in, and we don't get the name of this character yet. We assume he's the main antagonist, and he gives Zelda the ultimatum that you can surrender or I can start killing people. It's really your choice. And Zelda, who has decided that it's better to live and fight another day, surrenders. And this is pretty much the end of the story for Zelda until now. As we all have figured out, the Twilight Princess, where the title of the game comes from, as Minna has called her, we have finally met Zelda. Probably the quickest appearance of Zelda in any game, really. I mean, this is only a few minutes into the game. We don't usually, start with Zelda right away. Sometimes you don't even see Zelda. So, pretty quick appearance. I mean, in Ocarina of Time, it was pretty quick. And yeah, so I guess it's an average time. She's usually right away and gives you your missions, I guess. I mean, we made it through a whole dungeon in Ocarina of Time, but in A Link to the Past, other great games of Zelda, she's usually, like Minda was really surprised. We usually meet her right away, and she tells us what we need to do to save Hyrule. And as we can see here, Minda's trying to comfort the princess. Says it's really not that bad, and we all really like it, and we find it livable. And she gives Zelda. This is the weird relationship between Zelda and Minda. As you can see, the cold shoulder type deal where she doesn't really want to listen to Zelda, but like a child, she knows that Zelda's right. So we're going to take off. Zelda has told us that we have to restore light to the kingdom, and Minda's going to help us, or try to help us do that. And the guard is coming quickly, so we're going to escape quickly out the window there that we came in, I believe. And this is pretty much going to be wrapping up the video. We're going to have a short conversation with Minda that's going to tell us or remind us what we're trying to do and who we're trying to save. Like I said, she's devious and a little mean right now, and she reminds us of something that we are forgetting. Colin and Ilya. So that's that. This is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys like, comment, and share this video. And one will be out shortly after this. Thank you guys. Have a good night.